What's up, it's Joe, and in this video we are going to explore how to get physical on a first date. Now let me tell you this, it is crucial to escalate physically at the correct speed. Okay, you absolutely need to get physical on a first date. If you don't make any sort of move on her, she's going to think either that you didn't like her or that you're a pussy, and neither of these conclusions will inspire her to want to see you again. But if you push things forward too quickly, this could also put her off for a number of reasons. So consider this your video guide to escalating physically at the correct speed. Here's a basic principle to remember. Start small and escalate at a pace she's comfortable with. Okay, start small so you can begin the date with innocent, non-obtrusive physical gestures. Hug her to say hello, fiddle with her jewelry if she's wearing something interesting, lead her somewhere by the hand, playful brushes of her arm or leg when she says something cool or funny, playful like pushes away while you're teasing her if she says something stupid. But here's the thing, whenever you are physical with her, pay attention to her response. She will respond in one of three ways, and it's important that you react in the right manner. Okay, a yes response. This is where she's comfortable. She allows you to make your move. She smiles, she leans into it. Maybe she even reciprocates. In this case, know that you can progress to something more daring later. A maybe response. This is where she kind of lets it happen, but she doesn't seem particularly comfortable or happy with it. Consider it an amber light, I suppose. In this case, you can progress at the same pace, but be aware that she might not be ready for something more daring. Then there's a no response. She tenses up. She pulls away. In this case, you need to stop. You don't necessarily need to address it or apologize. It's actually better to carry on talking as if it was no big deal and then try something else a bit later. In most cases, the more time you spend with her, the more comfortable she becomes with you, the more open she will be to getting physical. Here are some ideas for more daring moves you can make after you've stacked a few of those yes responses. You could hold her hand for longer, you could whisper in her ear, you could ask if she's sporty and playfully squeeze her arms or abs. You could grab her hands for a quick salsa dance around the venue, something silly like that. If you keep receiving yes responses, then by all means ramp up the escalation even faster. Pull her in really close to you, have a little kiss, nibble on her ears and neck, rub her hands on your chest and abs. Grind with her on the dance floor if there's music playing in the venue. Alright, and hopefully this all turns her on enough for you to be able to pull her home and get even more physical in the bedroom. Okay, so what if she doesn't let you get physical at all? Right? Don't panic. Some women take longer to warm up than others, and it's not necessarily a reflection on how she feels about you. A lot of women feel uncomfortable getting physical with a man in public because they're worried about being judged by the other people around. In this situation, it's still recommended to proceed with whatever little innocent physicality you can get away with, and then still try and invite her to your place. It could still work, I promise you. Listen, I'm fully qualified to talk about this. I've lived the last 6 months and most of the last year in Indonesia. This is a very conservative country. I think they're trying to make sex before marriage illegal. In fact, my girlfriend thought it was illegal. I don't think it is. Often, women, they don't want to hold hands outside in public with a foreigner because the local men will like shout at them and tease them and catcall them and stuff. Like half a dozen women have told me that. Okay, so I've run into this problem where the women, they do really like me, but they don't want to get physical on a date. but I do what I can and then just invite them back anyway. Alright, here's some quick tips for smooth physical escalation. Sit next to her, not opposite. Closer proximity will make it much easier to get physical. Escalate at an emotional high point. When you make her laugh or tell her a shocking punchline or something, this is the optimum time to pull her in for a hug. Make eye contact. You can communicate so much sexuality to her just with your eyes. If you struggle to make eye contact, you'll struggle to make a personal connection with her. And often you'll come across as weak, shy, or untrustworthy. Get into her personal space. Close enough that a stranger would feel uncomfortable. Okay, if she doesn't back away, it's a sign that things are going well. If she does, she's perhaps not ready to be kissed. Place her hand on top of yours and leave it there. And if she leaves it there, she's almost definitely ready to be kissed. Alright, let's address the argument for not escalating on a date at all. I kind of mentioned it earlier in the video. One of the best and most effective ways to pull a woman back to your place is to come up with an innocent excuse for her to come with you. Okay? It could be to watch a movie, it could be to have one last drink after closing time, it could be to see something awesome that you have in your house. Okay? Now, deep down, you both know that this could lead to sex, but by coming up with this excuse, it gives her the plausible deniability that one thing led to another and it just happened. Alright, there's still an element of mystery as to whether it would actually happen or not, and this is enough to prevent women from feeling guilty or like that they were too easy, too much of a hussy. Okay? But if you have too much physicality on the date itself, in the date venue, okay, let's say you're playing tonsil tennis for hours in the bar, and then you invite her back to yours, that kind of removes the plausible deniability for her, okay? If you've had your hands in each other's pants in the bar, and then you invite her back to yours, it's obvious to her that you're going to try and have sex with her. That removes the plausible deniability, that makes her feel easy and loose, and often that is the reason sometimes when, even when the date went really well, she still won't go home with you, provided she cares about her reputation as a good girl, which most girls do. So what is the solution? The solution is to start small, ramp it up as you build the yes responses, then invite her back to your place before things get too hot and heavy. Okay, this creates that mystery. The mystery is one of the main reasons why a girl will go back. It's like seeing the end of a film. She wants to know where this date is going. Okay, but she doesn't want it to be obvious. She wants there to be some mystery. Okay, so that's the way to build it. Alright, let me close out the video by saying this. Don't be scared, grow some balls. I know it can be intimidating to make a move on the first date, especially if you really like the girl, and especially if it's going like kind of okay on a date, you're having a good conversation. Okay? It can be intimidating. It's never nice to be like rejected or for the girl to like turn her cheek or whatever the hell she does. But as a man, it's your job to do it. Hopefully you can be comforted by these facts. 1. If she agrees to a date, it means she wants you to make a move at a pace she's comfortable with. 2. If you make a move too quickly, it doesn't ruin the date. And 3. Once you master this art of getting physical on the first date at the right speed and coming up with a good excuse to pull her home, most of your first dates are going to go all the way. Have fun out there, gentlemen. I hope this video was useful, and I'll speak to you real soon.